Hello students, good morning all of you. Once again, warm welcome to the Computer Networks online session. Today, video number 26, which belongs to the unit number 4. So as usual, before going to start this session, just we recall what we completed in the past session. So with the last video, we are entering into the unit number 4, that is medium access control sublayer. That is medium access control sublayer. That is unit number 4, the medium access control sublayer. In the last video, we discussed the introduction part of medium access control sublayer. So medium access control sublayer is the part of data link layer, and this is the syllabus of what we have to cover in this unit. And the channel allocation problems, static allocation and dynamic channel allocations. Dynamic channel allocation in LANs and MANs. So station model, single channel assumption, collision assumption, continuous time, slotted time, carrier sense, no carrier sense. These are the dynamic channel allocations in the LANs and MANs. And these are the multiple access protocols. Aloha, carrier sense, multiple access protocols, collision free protocols, limited contention protocols, wavelength division, multiple access protocols, wireless LAN protocols. In this, we are going to discuss the Aloha, the first part of Aloha, that is pure Aloha, we covered in the last video. Just we recall what is meant by pure Aloha. So if multiple frames has to be transmitted by the multiple users by using the same channel. If you observe this diagram, you can easily identify here the multiple users A, B, C, D, E are there are total 5 users are there. So 5 users want to transmit their data packets or the data frames to the destination by using the same channel. So these are the data frames. So A1, A2, B1, C1, C2, C3, D1, D2, D3, D4, E1, E2, E3. For these are the different data frames delivered by the different users. But what happened there in the pure Aloha is, whenever the data frame is ready, the user immediately transmitted that particular data frame by using the channel. So this leads to a collision. So in the same time slot, if multiple users are transmitting the data packets, automatically a collision will be occurred. So this is the analysis of pure Aloha, that's what we discussed in the last video. TF is the frame time, S is the average number of successful transmission frames. So here total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 frames has to be delivered by the total 5 users. But there is no guarantee for total 14 frames are received by the receiver end. Why? Because in between some collisions will be occurred, some of the frames are destroyed. For that purpose, here the S is the average number of successful transmissions per TF, and G is the average number of total frames transmitted per TF. Okay, right. This is the pure Aloha vulnerable time calculations. How the analysis of pure Aloha, the vulnerable, how we have to be calculate the vulnerable time for pure Aloha. Right. It also we covered in the last video. Now moving to the slotted Aloha. This is the throughput for pure Aloha. S is equals to G into e power minus 2G. S is equals to G into e power minus 2G is the throughput for pure Aloha, and the maximum throughput is S max is equals to 0.184 when G is equals to 1 by 2. So S is nothing but how many frames are successfully delivered to the receiver, to the destination end. G is the total frames. G in this example 14, total 14 frames are there, right? G is nothing but 14. S means how many frames are delivered to the destination end, that is the S. So the throughput we have to be calculated is S is equals to G into e power minus 2G, and the maximum throughput is S max is equals to 0.184 here when G is equals to 1 by 2. But the throughput for the slotted Aloha is the throughput for pure Aloha, note it down. But the throughput for slotted Aloha is S is equals to G into e power minus G. S is equals to G into e power minus G, and the maximum throughput S max is equals to maximum throughput. S max is equals to 0.368 when G is equals to 1. So here the G is equals to 1 by 2. That's why 0.184. Here G is equals to 1. So the S max is equals to 0.368. And if you observe the this one, S is equals to G into e power minus 2G, but here S is equals to G into e power minus G only. So for that purpose, it increases the throughput from 0.184 to 0.368. So how it will increase the throughput when compared with pure Aloha to the slotted Aloha is, so what happened there in pure Aloha, if multiple users wants to transmit multiple data packets, they have to be transmitted the data packet immediately when the packet and the packet or frame is ready by using the same channel. So frames are transmitted at completely arbitrary times. But here in the slotted Aloha, time is divided into different slots. So here the condition is the user wants to transmit data frame when the time in the starting of time slot only. For example, these are the 1 hour slots. Station 1 delivered frame 1.2 here. So this is 9 to 10. This is 10 to 11 and 11 to 12. For example, 9 to 10, 10 to 11 is 1 hour time slots, for example. So frame 1 is delivered at 9 a.m. and frame 2 is ready at 10:30 a.m. Frame 2 is ready at 10:30 a.m. But there is no possibility to deliver in between of time slots. So the frame has to wait. The user has to wait until the beginning of the next slot. That means 11 a.m. So at the 9 a.m. first frame is delivered. At 10:30 a.m. second frame is ready, but there is no possibility to transmit the second frame. Why? Because in that particular time slot, middle of the slot, there is no possibility of transmission of data frames. He has to wait until the beginning of next time slot. When the slot is begin, then only he transmitted the next frame, that is 11 a.m. So in this way, we can avoid some collision problems which occurred there in the pure Aloha. In pure Aloha, the frames are delivered at arbitrary times. So completely arbitrary. If you observe this, there is no time slots. Immediately when the data frame is ready, they have to be transmitted the data frames. So automatically different n number of collisions will be occurred here in the pure Aloha. To avoid that type of collisions in the pure Aloha, here in the slotted Aloha, the time is divided into different slots. So at the beginning of each slot only we have to deliver a frame. In between, there is no possible to deliver the frames. So in this way, the frames has to be delivered in the beginning of time slot only. But here one disadvantage is if multiple stations delivered different frames in the same time slot. So here the station 2 delivered at 10 a.m. and again station 3 also delivered the frame at 10 a.m. So automatically a bit of collision is occurred. When compared with pure Aloha, it reduces the collision, but there is some possibility of collision also there in the slotted Aloha. So to overcome the problems occurred in the slotted Aloha, they implemented the next technique. So what is the next technique, that what we will discuss in the next slide. So I hope you guys understand why the throughput is increased here when compared with pure Aloha and slotted Aloha. Why? Because in pure Aloha, the frames has to be delivered in the arbitrary times, but here in the slotted Aloha, the frames has to be transmitted in the slotted format. So the frame has to be delivered. A frame has to be delivered whenever the beginning of the time slot only. So in between, the frame doesn't transmitted from sender to the receiver. So this is the collision duration. So here two collisions occur here. One is station 2 to station 3, both are in the same time slot. Station 1 and station 4 are delivered in the second frame of station 1 and the first frame of station 4 are using the same time slots. So there is the possibility of occurring a collision. So here in the slotted aloha, the transmission time is divided into slots. The transmission time is divided into slots, and the stations with the data to transmit will wait until the starting time of a slot. That's what we discussed. The stations with the data, that means frames, will wait until the starting time of a slot. Until the starting time of a slot. So time of vulnerable period is reduced to 1 frame. So time of vulnerable period is reduced to 1 frame time, and required synchronization devices. Example: a central station broadcasts the clock signal to the all stations for synchronizing the slots. Here PR of k is equals to g power k by k, and e power minus g. So there 2g, here only 1g. So here minus 2g, here only minus g, the throughput. So in this way, if you have to calculate the throughput, now the S max is equals to 0.368. 0.368. Why? Because here G is equals to 1 by 2. Here G is equals to 1. So the possibility of collision occurring is reduced, and the throughput is increased when compared with the pure aloha. The slotted aloha throughput is increased. So this is the pure aloha versus the slotted aloha graphical representation. So yes, this is the throughput for frame time. S is the throughput for frame time: 0, 0.5, 1, 1.5, 2, 3, and 0, 0.10, 20, 30, 40. These are the throughput per frame time. This one is the pure aloha. S is equals to G e power minus 2g. S is equals to G e power minus 2g. It will be at 0.5 to 0.20 area. This one is the slotted aloha. S is equals to G e power minus g. G e power minus g. Uh, so I hope you guys understand why we are writing 2g here, why we are writing g here. So depending upon the these collision durations, writing that. So the throughput versus offered traffic for aloha system. This is the throughput versus offered traffic for aloha systems. Pure aloha versus the slotted aloha. So both pure aloha and slotted aloha are random aloha schemes. So the following are the important differences between the pure aloha and the slotted aloha. These are the difference. So the key points. So both are random deliver techniques. Both pure aloha and slotted aloha. But the difference is, in the pure aloha, the frames has to be delivered in arbitrary times. In slotted aloha, the frames has to be delivered at the beginning of time slots only. So time is divided into different slots. At the beginning of time slot only, the frame has to be delivered. Otherwise, it has to wait until the beginning of next time slot. If it is ready at the middle of the time slot, it has to wait until the beginning of next time slot. So in the slotted aloha, but in the pure aloha, whenever the frame is ready, the sender sends that particular frame via the channel to the receiver. There, a more collision is possible in the pure aloha scheme. So these are the key points. First one is time slot. In pure aloha, any station can transmit data at any time. That's what we discussed up to right now. So in pure aloha, any station can transmit any data. Any station can transmit any station data at any time. Any station can transmit data at any time. But in slotted aloha, any station can transmit data only at beginning of any time slot. Beginning of any time slot. If the data is ready, it uses the immediate time slot. So if the frame is ready at the middle of the time slot, it waits for the beginning of next time slot. So that is the major difference between pure aloha and slotted aloha. In pure aloha, any station can transmit data at any time, but in slotted aloha, any station can transmit data only at beginning of any time slot when coming to the time. In pure aloha, time is continuous and is not globally synchronized. In pure aloha, time is synchro time is continuous and is not globally synchronized. But in slotted Aloha, time is discrete and is globally synchronized. So not globally synchronized, it is globally synchronized. So that is the second key point, time. And the third one is vulnerable time. So vulnerable time is equal to 2 into TT in the pure Aloha, but slotted Aloha 1 into TT. Vulnerable time is equal to 1 into TT. The vulnerable time at pure Aloha is 2 into TT. And the probability is G into e power minus 2G. We already discussed it. Probability of successful transmission of data packet. Probability of successful transmission of data packet is equal to G into e power minus 2G. Here the probability of success transmission of data packet is equal to G into e power minus G. G into e power minus G. And the maximum efficiency is 18.4%, and the maximum efficiency is equal to 36.8%. Why? Because here the packets are arbitrarily delivered, so there will be possibility of more collisions. But here in the slotted Aloha, when compared with pure Aloha, it reduces the some collision and delivered it delivers more frames when compared with pure Aloha. There in the example we are using 14 frames. So most probably in that 14 there are 4 to 5 frames are colliding pure Aloha. But if same 14 frames are here in the slotted Aloha, just only 2 to 3 frames has to be collide each other. For that purpose, here the maximum efficiency is 18.4 and here the maximum efficiency is equal to 36.8. And number of collisions, does to reduce the number of collisions, and slotted Aloha reduces the number of collisions to half, thus double the efficiency. So mostly half of the collisions are reduced in the slotted Aloha when compared with the pure Aloha. So both the pure Aloha and the slotted Aloha are the random access techniques. Both the pure Aloha and the slotted Aloha are the random access techniques. In this random access techniques, what happened there in the pure Aloha and what is the vulnerable time and what is the probability of success transmission is. So the vulnerable time is 2 into TT and the probability is G into e power minus G and efficiency is 18.4. But in the slotted Aloha, vulnerable time is TT, 1 into TT, and the probability of success transmission is G into e power minus G, and the maximum efficiency is 36.8%. So that is about pure Aloha and slotted Aloha. So there is also some collisions occurred there in the slotted Aloha. It will reduces the when compared with pure Aloha, but a bit of collisions also occurred. Just why? Because the efficiency is just only 36.8%. So not the 100%. So for that purpose, to increase the efficiency of delivering the data frames, so they implemented a technique called carrier sense multiple access protocol. Carrier sense multiple access protocol. So we will discuss carrier sense multiple access protocol in the next session. So with this session, I'm only discussing the slotted Aloha. Why? Because this one is very important one. Please again, once again, I am repeating the pure Aloha. So these are the multiple access protocols. The first one is Aloha. So we successfully completed Aloha scheme. So there are more, 5 more topics are there. Carrier sense multiple access, collision free protocol, limited contention protocols, wavelength division multiple access protocols, and wireless LAN protocols. So we will discuss about carrier sense multiple access in the next session. So in this session, completely we covered the Aloha, right? So dynamic channel allocation problem, static and dynamic. In this dynamic, these are the different mode cases. These are the multiple access protocols. In these multiple access protocols, up to now we covered the Aloha. In the next session, we are starting. We will go carrier sense multiple access protocols. We will start in the next session. Once again, I am repeating. First one is the pure Aloha. So why we are discussing Aloha scheme is these are the multiple access protocols. Multiple access protocols. How the multiple users are accessing same data channel. So the data frames and the data packets has to be delivered from sender to the receiver via the channel. A path is established between sender and receiver. By using the same path, the sender and receiver will communicating. So how the multiple users, multiple accessing protocol. So as the name suggests, these are the multiple access protocols. How the multiple users are accessing the channel is the pure Aloha. So what happened there is multiple users are accessing the same channel, but So what the problem here is, the frames are transmitted completely at arbitrary times, So more amount of collision will be occurred. So S is the average number of successful frames, and G is the average number of total transmitted frames. So is the how we have to be calculated. Vulnerable time for fuel aloha. Vulnerable time is equal to 2 into TFR. There is a possibility of two collisions here. But when coming to the slotted aloha, which is slightly different, so please note down this. This is a very important one. Throughput for pure aloha and the maximum throughput. So throughput for slotted aloha and the maximum throughput. So when compared with the pure aloha, in slotted aloha, it reduces the collisions. Why? Because here the time is divided into slots. At the beginning of the time slot only, the station has to deliver the data frames. There is also a possibility of collision, but when compared with pure aloha, it reduces the collision. So the throughput is increased. So the throughput is G into e power minus G, that is 36.8%. Mostly half a, so it just only the half in the slotted aloha. Maximum efficiency is half in the slotted aloha. So which is also not good. 36.8 is also not good. For that purpose, we are using some more protocols. That is CSMA, carrier sense multiple access, that we will discuss in the next video.